Chapter 18 Wildly Alive. It began in mystery and it will end in mystery, but what a savage and beautiful country lies in between. Diane Ackerman, A Natural History of the Senses. This is it. This is your life. Now. You don't get another chance. This is not a dress rehearsal. You think you have lots of time, but it goes fast. Your most important job is to be wildly alive by creating a life you love. Figure out what rocks your world and do it. Find a way to share what you're passionate about. Happiness is an inside job. It usually walks hand in hand with purpose. You're responsible for creating a life worth living. This life is a mystery, and we are part of that mystery. Why are we here? How did all this come into being? Stay open. Be curious. Ask questions. Choose experiences that help you learn and grow. Know yourself. Be true to yourself. Be kind to others. Dream big and make it happen. Gardens and graveyards. The things we bury can tell you a lot about who we are. The only difference between a garden and a graveyard is what we choose to put in the soil. Ruby Francisco. The Heart in the Fist. Imagine your life as a big grassy field. This field is divided into two parts, a garden and a graveyard. One is for planting things and growing, and the other is for burying things and letting go. What to grow and what to dump. Think about which of your qualities go to which place. Nothing is lost. Everything is part of learning. What you bury in the graveyard will eventually become compost for your garden. Our mistakes become the seeds of our wisdoms. Invitation. Think about which qualities in you it's time to let go of and bury, to turn back into compost and soil. Think about which qualities in you you'd like to plant in your garden and nurture so they grow and blossom. Just right. Write a list of the qualities you're ready to let go of and bury. Write a list of the qualities you want to nurture and grow. Use these lists to write a poem about what you bury in your graveyard and what you plant in your garden. Dig deep. Turn the soil. Example. My garden. Liza, 14. I'm burying doubt and depression. I'm planting self-confidence and gratitude. I'm burying saying yes when I mean no. I'm planting being true to myself. I'm burying worrying about my weight. I'm planting celebrating my body. I'm burying whining about things. I'm planting making shit happen. I'm burying skinny jeans. I'm planting sweatpants. I'm burying watching TV. I'm planting playing the piano. I'm burying hiding. I'm planting being seen. I'm burying needing others to acknowledge me. I'm planting knowing my own value. I'm burying holding grudges. I'm planting acceptance and understanding. I'm burying punishing myself. I'm planting learning from my mistakes. I'm burying the old me that was too small. I'm planting the new me with room to grow. I can take up as much space as I want because I matter. Breathe in and breathe out. Here's a twist on the way we usually huff and puff to exhale and rid ourselves of bad feeling. There's an ancient Buddhist practice called Tonglen, introduced to the West by Buddhist nun Pema Chodron. It goes like this. Instead of forcefully breathing out what is uncomfortable, such as our anger or frustration, we breathe in what is uncomfortable. We feel it, and then we transmute it into peace and breathe out to ripple through the rev of life. What I love about this practice is that it teaches us that we have the power to change what we're feeling, that we don't have to be pushed around by our feelings, that we have a choice, and that we need not identify with feelings that ultimately make us ill. Let's give it a try in writing. Invitation. Get in touch with an uncomfortable feeling such as anger, fear, hurt, frustration. Put your hand on your heart. Breathe in the challenging feeling and say, I am here with you. Stay with it until it softens, changing into a feeling of calm peace. Consciously exhale this peace into the world, knowing this feeling is now rippling through you and through the web of life. Just right. Start with the words, I breathe in, followed by anything that is hard, challenging, uncomfortable, unconscionable. On the next line, write down the words, I breathe out, followed by anything that brings you a feeling of peace, love, hope. Try addressing topics that are personal, societal, political, global. Example, breathe in, breathe out. Ashton, 9. I breathe in a hot, spicy fireball. I breathe out a cold, flowing stream. I breathe in an angry cat. I breathe out a cuddled cat. I breathe in screaming from frustration with school. I breathe out birdsong full of sweetness. I breathe in scratching cat claws. I breathe out the soft tickle of my mom's fingers on my neck. I breathe in frozen tears. I breathe out melted honey. I breathe in slamming doors. I breathe out soft whispers. I breathe in witches cackling in my nightmares. I breathe out a fire that wraps around me like a golden bubble. I breathe in soggy pizza. I breathe out rainbow balloons. Birthday wish. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Oprah Winfrey. Asking for what you want is a powerful practice. The more you learn to ask for what you really want, the better chance you have of getting it. What do you wish for when you blow out the candles on your birthday? Why do we make these wishes silently? I wish we could make them out loud so everyone could know what we want. Invitation. Imagine it's your birthday and whatever you wish for will come true. The trick is you have to ask out loud and be specific. Just right. Write a poem asking for exactly what you want. Example, birthday wishes, KSC, 16. For quiet so I can hear myself think. For understanding from my parents, sisters, and teachers. For more hours in the day and more sleep in the morning. For a way to express all these energy I feel. For the grown-ups to stop killing the earth. For me and my friends to make music that heals the world. For people to stop fighting each other. For school to be done so I can live my life the way I want. For more friends who want to change the world with me. Love yourself up. You may think loving yourself is easy, but I bet you put it off. I sure did. Why is it so hard to be kind to ourselves? Why do we love others but struggle to love ourselves? Many of us search outside ourselves, our world lives, to fill the holes in emptiness we feel inside. But when we learn to love ourselves and to treat ourselves with kindness, we find that we belong to ourselves and to life, and it's the belonging we have been waiting for our whole lives. Loving ourselves is the key to wholeness. It takes practice. Let's start now. Invitation. Think about all the things you love about yourself. Be willing to accept yourself and all your perfect imperfections. Think about the challenges you faced or are facing now and how you've learned and grown from them. Be kind to yourself. We're all here to learn. We're human. Being human is enough. Being human is plenty. Give yourself the love you deserve. Just right. Write a love letter to yourself. Hold nothing back. Love yourself up. If you need to pretend the letter is from someone else, that's fine. Just write it. Example. Now I love myself. Lexi, 18. I love myself, my ocean eyes, my moonlight skin, my heart of fire. I love myself, but I didn't always. You probably don't know that I spent years climbing through bogs of depression, clawing through a quicksand of self-loathing, struggling with such mass insecurities, I could not leave the house. I love myself, but I didn't always. I'm not perfect. I have a lot to learn. But now I stand up tall, and I feel proud of who I am. Now I love myself. How to be a poet. Celebrate every gorgeous moment. Sark. How to be an artist. Yes, you are now a poet. Being a poet is a way of life. For most of us, it means being deeply and wildly alive. It means being true to ourselves. It means giving ourselves passionately to everything we do, experiencing life fully, honoring the depth of our perception and sensitivity. It means taking big bites of life, but also allowing for quiet reflection. Being a poet is finding a lifeline in writing. We thrive on experiences that move and inspire and make us need to write. So it's important to know what these are. What moves and inspires you? What makes you feel deeply? What makes you need to write? Once we get a taste of how it feels when our writing flows, when we're inspired and in the zone, then the challenge is how to keep it flowing. How do we stay tuned to our inspiration channel? How do we keep the door open? How do we keep our muse singing in our ear? For this invitation, I'm borrowing from author and artist Sark and her glorious piece, How to Be an Artist. Invitation. Think about all the things you do that inspire the poet in you. Think about the things that move you, thrill you, make you feel deeply connect you to yourself and others, and make you feel alive. Just write. Write a list of what puts you in a poetic mood. What gets your juices flowing? What helps you feel inspired? What makes you want or need to write? Promise yourself you'll do at least one of these things every day. Example, How to Be a Poet. Nathan, 15. Listen to your inner voice. Have mood swings. Abandon reality. Walk in the rain. Live in the now. Travel everywhere. Lie in the grass. Sing at the top of your lungs. Don't believe everything you hear. Keep your thoughts flowing. Feel afraid. Don't be afraid. Talk to the trees. Say what's on your mind. Get angry. Stay up all night. Cook dinner for your friends. Wear old boots. Be relaxed. Love or hate everything. Be spontaneous. Spend time alone. Write down everything. Don't judge yourself. Kiss someone you love. Eat chocolate chip ice cream. Sleep outside. Laugh a lot and cry a lot. Know how to listen. Take midnight walks. Dig deeper. Write about how to be an athlete, a philosopher, an artist, a musician, anything that celebrates and honors who you are. Example, How to Be a Thinker. Kate, 8. Stargaze and make memory constellations. When it rains, visit in the mildew in the morning. The unknown is your happy place. Puddles are for jumping. A book is not an assignment, it's an adventure. Rename things. Fill your passport with stamps, not your house with stuff. Nighttime is for partying, not sleeping. Animals are healing. Forests are for wandering, not for listening to your guide. A thermos holds many things. Bath bombs are a necessity. Let a seaplane skim the thoughts of your mind. Get wet. Think miniature. Wildly alive. Poetry is a matter of life, not just a matter of language. Lucille Clifton, as quoted by Mickey Perlin in Listen to Their Voices. What does it feel like to be wildly alive? Imagine yourself open, in touch with who you are, true to yourself, full of feeling, expressive, living a life you love. What is the most amazing version of you in your life you can imagine? If you were telling a friend the story of your dream life, what would you say? If you could create exactly what you want, what would it be? What does it look like and feel like to be wildly, unashamedly, powerfully alive? Can you imagine a life in which you do the very things every day that brings you joy and purpose? How do you share your talents, skills, and passion to help others? What we believe and imagine about ourselves, we become. Believe in yourself. You have permission to be wildly alive. Invitation. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 2 or 3 or 5 years from now. How do you feel about yourself in your life? What kind of work do you do? Where do you live? What are your interests and hobbies? Who are your friends and family? Do you have a pet? How do you spend your time? What's important to you? What do you value? Are you learning something new? How do you contribute to your family, friends, community, world? What's the best possible life you can imagine for yourself? A life that makes you feel wildly alive, proud of yourself, and that you're contributing something meaningful to the world. Just write. Write the details of your dream life. Include everything you can think of that helps you to feel happy and fulfilled. What you can imagine, you can become. Writing is a creative act. Create a life worth living. Example: this is my life. Kara, 18. In 5 years from now, I am brave. I shave my head, I get a tattoo. A Celtic knot on my left forearm with the words, choose love, tangled in gold through the knot. My best friend is my Irish wolfhound, Oz, as in the wizard. He's big and dashing and mischievous. He never takes no for an answer. Oz has more friends than I do. He introduced me to my boyfriend. I live in Telluride, Colorado. I'm a ski instructor. Every day I fly down slopes of white powder. I carve my signature in the fresh canvas of snow. I spray a rainbow crystal shining all around me, like a halo. Every day I watch people's face light up like the sun. My heart is happy, my body is alive, my mind is at peace. This is my life.